It's time for the skins as match 6 comes to its conclusion. Toronto won the relay and they chose the backstroke. But on paper,
yeah,
this one could be pretty interesting.
It is. This is not one of those runaway picks for skins, Bernie. I mean, when you think about what separated 1 through 4 in that 50 yesterday, you're talking about 24 100ths of a second, 1 through 4. Medeiros is the world record holder, and she was 5th at 26.8. So if somehow or another she can kind of come back to any kind of form, she could throw herself in there. She's right there, marching out now. So all 4 teams really have a shot to get somebody in the Final Four. Mass, Chores from New York, Davies and Seebohm from Energy, and of course Medeiros. This is a really interesting skins right here. This is fascinating. It should be Mass. Maybe Bratton, if somehow she can get in a Final Four, she's gonna have enough from her 200 history to get into the Final 2. Bratton's right there, but somehow or another she's got to get in the Final Four, and that's gonna be tough to do with this field.
Only 4 will survive round 1. Who will it be?
Kaili Masss is 3 from the top when we go overhead. 3 from the top, 3 from the right. Right there with that gold cap, that's Mass.
Man, this is tight. Only 4 gonna move on.
Right? Mass much better underwater than anybody else.
Yeah, Mass flew off the wall. Seebohm trying to move on with her. Who's gonna join Kaili Masss and Seebohm? Energy Standard. They get 2 onto the semis. As Kaili Masss gets the win.
Oh, wasn't by much though. New York shut out of it. Chores was 2nd yesterday. She was 5th today by 8 100ths of a second. Bratton was 6th at 26.89. But this was really, I mean, yeah, and that's a good choice. You have to choose Kaili Masss because now what she can do is she can keep coming back. Masss, a great 200 backstroker. But how about Davies and Seebohm getting in there for a double for Energy Standard? So they had their chances really moved up now to get into a final. Now they're 50-50 and to get into a final.
Toronto's trying to rely a little bit on Eddie and Medeiros, the world record holder in this event.
All right. Seebohm's 4.6, Davies 5.7. Talking about 26. Nobody broke 26 there.
That's
how much
the key, isn't it, Rowdy, to move on, but save a little in the tank?
Well, that's what you've got to figure Mass had the capability of doing. I don't think anybody else could do that, though, in the field.
All right.
Coach McDonald hoping that Toronto can keep the streak alive. The team that picked the skins has won the skins.
This is where
45 seconds. Em, great job, great job. Em, really good there. You're all right. Really nice. Your underwater work on the second 25 was great. Just get in and out of that turn real fast. Stay on those skills because the skills will get you through.
She's talking about her skills, and she's got so many. She holds the water so well, Bernie. There's Seebohm right there in front of you to the left, 5-time Olympic medalist. She's been in these situations over and over again. But Mass, her stroke rate and her tempo, that second 25, Coach McDonald was talking about, just nail the turn and you'll be fine. And he's exactly right.
All right, Seebohm in 3, Davies in 4, Mass in 5, and Medeiros in lane number 6.
I think Medeiros is going to have a hard time coming back.
Kaili Masss with the best start. Inside of her, Davies looking to move on as well.
And that's exactly what she did, nailing that turn.
Which Energy Standard swimmer is going to join Kaili Masс? It's going to be Seebohm and Masс on to the final.
The times are coming down. Masс the only one to break 27 there. Seebohm 27.2. Davies, nice job of getting into the Final Four. She'll keep her points. Medeiros is the one that gave up the jackpot on that. I had a feeling she was going to be in trouble on that second one. Nice job of getting in the Final Four, but she gave them up on the second one, and two great Olympians.
Yeah, so this is a big race for Kaili Masс. 9 points in the first round, 14 points in the second round, and she can get 14 more points for a win.
Move up on the MVP standings, no doubt. Well, here you have Seebohm, 53 global medals.
200s, I think, at the Commonwealth Games in Australia. So they're very.
He's talking about Australia, Seebohm's home country. About a minute left before they have to exit the pool. Great thing to shake off those legs for Kaili Masс. That's what she did the last time. Just keep shaking the legs out. That's where that lactic acid can build up so much.
Interesting to see the strategy and how it evolves. Some of the men's swimmers, you see them hop out.
I think this is smart.
They're swimming down.
I stay in the water. I'm living in that water until the absolutely last second. You're capable of doing so much while you're in the water as far as shaking that lactic acid
strong
out.
Enough to be able to do this, okay? You got it. That kicks are working brilliant. All right, keep it up.
I can only do 8 on that one.
That's all right. You had great reaction time off the blocks, 0.53. All right, you're exactly what you want to do. Just think about the start, and the rest will take care of itself, all right?
He's saying 0.53. 0.53 on reaction time, so she was brilliant reaction-wise off the blocks on that second 50. This is going to be an uphill battle for Seebohm. It's going to be a tough road to hoe for Seebohm here. I think this is all Masс. .54 for Masс.
Great start for Kaili Masss, trying to be the skins winner. She is pulling ahead here in the first 25.
Yeah, Seebohm just having a hard time even getting over on that one.
Toronto, the Titans, they can celebrate because Kaili Masss is the skins winner.
(27-1, 27-7), but again, the last one, the time really has no bearing on anything. It's just a matter of survival, and you know, Masss getting off that block, 0.53, Seebohm 0.66, so she starts off a 10th behind already. Doesn't have the underwaters that Seebohm has. Has Masss has. See Masss, just quicker on the legs, great dolphin kick, great undulation underneath the water. Again, the tempo and stroke rate, even though the time is slower, so magnificent for Kaili Masss. Heroic for Seebohm to even get in there.
Kaili Masss moves into second in the MVP standings as she earns 38 points in the skins.